All right, Star Wars Unlimited fans. We are here with round 5. We just did a recap video of the match between Nuke Gunray and George the Hulk, and Platform and Padme. And we actually have George the Hulk co-casting with me tonight. How you doing, George?
Hey, Loopy. Glad to be here. Doing good.
All right. So you can see yourself the board of Pom and Philip now?
Yep.
Okay. So we have two actually pretty high draft pick leaders here. We have Maclunky Gaming's Numberguy running Palpatine and Darth Sidious, and Pom running Yoda Blue. So what do you know about these matchups?
Yeah, so I think the Palpatine Blue has a lot of really cool interactions, a lot of cool synergy with things like Wheel and Childson, giving a nice big hand, his leader flip. I think conceptually, a lot of players are going for either the blue direction or the red direction. Either red to give you that nice like reach from your leader ability, as well as a little bit extra card draw to play more units and go wide, or the blue direction, um, where you're playing more removal, making the game go longer. I think it makes a ton of sense because the downside of having such a powerful leader ability is you don't have the stats of a leader. You just get the 2/2s every other turn. Well, the longer the game goes on, the more your flip ability gets value over the flip of the opponent's leader.
Right, because your leader essentially never dies either. I mean, it doesn't deploy.
Exactly.
It's always the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good
Yep.
point. Good analysis. And the droid square off in the first turn is
Yes.
Philip plays
R2D2
R2,
versus.
and on the other side, Yoda plays C3PO.
Mm-hmm. Cool thing about C3PO and Yoda is you don't actually have to pay the deck building cost. Usually you have to have, a lot of 3s or a lot of 2s depending on how you build your deck. Yoda can stack his deck. You can put whatever card whatever card you want to reveal, you put it on top. C3PO, get a chance to hit it. Nope, it looks like you hit the blind one off of a 3 cost.
There
So
you go.
boom. Perilous position. Very strong card. I don't know if you've seen that one in action.
Yes. Oh, it's great. I had it in a
Giving.
draft against my daughter's deck where she was running Anakin, and Anakin never
Okay.
attacked for the best of 3. Not a single time because he
Oh.
got hit with perilous position and then killed every deploy.
Mm-hmm.
It's common.
Yeah, getting that exhaust ability in blue, very potent. Being
Take
able
that,
to like
Ezra.
set up an ambush in the following turn. Yeah.
And Ezra's still like hittable next turn too because he has less health
Mm-hmm.
and hits like a whip.
Yeah, tricky thing about Ezra in this style is like, you have the split aspect, so it's even less likely that you hit something that you want to draw. But it could put cards in your discard if you're playing those kinds of synergies. And it is just a force unit, so there's a lot of stuff. We'll see how it plays out. Notice the flip was denied, so he hasn't lost the heroic unit yet.
Problem with
We're on to
Arto,
4
he's too hard to
resource.
kill. But Arto kills C3PO. He's probably wanted to
Mm-hmm.
for years. Just hearing the yabba.
Oh yeah.
Don't you ever shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Then now Ezra can be hit by vigilance because of the perilous position. That's just what we were saying.
Yep. He's
He
going
knows.
for mill. Okay, so yeah, with the double blue, I think a lot of players naturally kind of gravitate towards this direction. Throw it, obviously the cheaper vigilance. Satine is interesting. The heavy the 1/8 vigilance guy. So they the double blue players got this kind of new package to play around with. So
But now the dying
we'll see.
helps him draw because he can flip.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Especially like with like Childson, for example. You really want to be, you want that death of your heroic unit on the second turn. That way you can flip into the villainous and then have you want to have that 4-cost villainous card. Lom Pike's a perfect example. 4-cost villainous card, but also you can resource it and smuggle it out later, giving you more consistency. Love Lom Pike in this deck. And love Chowson, so.
I like Lom Pike in most decks.
Lom Pike's fantastic.
It's always nice having a little Lom Pike in your resource row. It's like that security blanket.
Oh, for sure.
You might pillage me, but I'll get Lom Pike back on you.
What's this card?
You know what my daughter played today at Locals was Hondo.
Let's go. I am. I've been doing a bunch of set 3 testing, but Hondo still has a place in my heart. I would not be surprised if I went right back, just because especially against like these red, white, blue hero decks.
I like
having the flexibility of just.
I like me some Bruno Hako in my Hondo deck.
Yeah, no, that one's a slam dunk. He's crazy. Yeah, no more ruthless rate. No, I mean, I'd be off with assassin, but time will tell how the meta shakes out, what's relevant. Because now, the big new hotness is how to deal with space. So.
And meanwhile,
but back to this match.
Pome has Hero R2 and Villain Lom Pike on his board at the same time.
So this is also interesting because he had flipped into villain that turn, so now he needs to find a villainous card to flip back and get that value, get that unit.
Oh, right, but you just have to play it on villain side. You don't have to have it die.
Doesn't have to die,
easier.
Yeah.
So sometimes you put TIE fighters and that kind of thing, so you can flip accordingly if you need to.
Okay, so he's not developing anything, but he's gotten 2 vigilances off, so he's doing the thing. Yep. He's milling.
Now you got to see all the things you do, which is always sucks. Watching your good cards flip. There's Blast, Yoda, Snoke, Childson, Avenger. Loses all the Childsons. All the Childsons.
Yeah.
The lieutenants got demoted.
So.
Philip's like, I could use a Childson so it could flip.
So here's a really fun question in this matchup. Is when it comes to the Yoda flip, are we doing a Palpatine impersonation and holding on to it, waiting to scam an Avenger, or are we just flipping on 7? Using that Yoda ability, going right back on top. Okay.
Playing Yoda, you got to try to be greedy with the combos.
Yeah, it's interesting. It'll be fun to see how they play it out, especially in the yellow. I was gonna say yellow blue villain, but it's yellow blue hero too.
Meanwhile, Ki Adimundi goes out on Chancellor Palpatine's behalf. See, I'll remember how that worked last time.
Just like in the movies.
Though they did make it so that Order 66 does not kill Ki Adimundi.
Ki Adimundi, yeah. Yeah, a little bit of a strange art to choose for that one, but So yeah, Palpatine has only flipped once so far. So interesting. And it only drew him a card because he actually was at full health. So it's interesting seeing that play out in this control versus control matchup, where you don't necessarily have a bunch of units dying and needing a bunch of fodder and stuff. Just a little more patient, a little bit more, play big dudes. And we'll see how that pays out. Where Poem went for the double mill in the early game, which, one of the things about mill, this was super relevant set 1 with Boba Blue, was mill doesn't actually matter until you get them out of a deck. One thing I like to say is sure, he got all 3 Childsons there, but that's that's totally random. Like you might as well have taken those cards off of the bottom of the deck, you know, as far as evaluating the power of your mill, because you don't know what the cards are. Like you could be getting them closer to their good cards, or you could be getting rid of their good cards. You just don't know.
I tend to lose
know,
like
like
all three of my Avengers in like the same mill.
yeah. Well, there was a. It was really fun. It was a really fun discussion. It was a PQ Barcelona playing Boba Blue, and it was like full fatigue, and it only had a single vigilance in it. And people were like, "How does this deck win?" And I'm like, "It just brings back vigilance." And the thing about vigilance is, like, you don't need it until you get to those high resource counts, and then you start chaining them. So, very heads up player, won a PQ. And fantastic medical because it gave him deck building space to make the rest of his deck really consistent. More removal, etc., etc.
You know, just like hard control, love language.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got Kanan just got power of dark side because it doesn't have any units. At least that power is hitting. At least that power is hitting Kanan, not Yoda. So, Poem's happy to see that. And what's also cool in these situations is Yoda's ability can trigger on your own units dying, not just removing your opponent's units. It's flexible in that way. Where it's like if you have fodder units that you're throwing away, clone troopers, however you want to build your Yoda, or if you're playing more removal focus and getting your opponent's stuff, you still get that consistency of fixing your draws. Because one thing we've been playing around with is like how greedy can you get with Yoda, right? Where it's like you have all this top end that's just super overwhelming, and you're just drawing cards and putting them on the bottom. I'll get to you later.
Yeah,
you know?
it's gonna be the endless legion. You're my only hope, right? Out of aspect.
There it is. Yeah, that's the.
That's the.
Oh, you out of aspect. I'm not playing. I'm not paying for that. I'm paying three. I'm playing 3 resources for that endless legion, baby. Let's go. That's where it's at. Nah, super fun. Fell the dragon. Did you know Kiadi Muni is a dragon? Lore accurate.
Whoa! I did not know that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Have when defeated effects, things like Cobb Vanth. Yeah, that 4/6 stat line, very, very potent against control decks. Dodging both Fell the Dragon and Takedown. Very good. You also have Ruthless Raider on that same stat line. Gaining popularity in those Jingo decks.
I actually just checked if the Kiadi Mundi card had the dragon trait. You know, Crate Dragon could get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Gyarados.
So
not,
yeah, he went ahead.
Not Dragonite. He can't tap it. Or no, not Charizard. Charizard's not Dragon.
Yeah, that's what it is. His second power. Yep, that was. I think that was a pretty clear read when he powered Dark Sides at Kanan. That he had the second one in the chamber. The fun part about that is, actually, did he pay the aspect penalty for that? He did pay the aspect penalty for that. So that's one fun thing you realize when you're playing Palp is like some plays, just because your deck is so stacked with powerful removal and powerful effects, you just kind of accept the aspect penalty sometimes.
This is okay.
Like, yeah, if you're just like, okay, do I pay 5 resources to kill my opponent's leader? Yes, you do.
Power of the light side.
There it is, the power of the light side.
It's like casting Holy.
Yeah, Poem had the C3PO as fodder, but he didn't play it first because he wanted to stack his deck. Interesting. And that's another fun thing, I guess, with Palp. If for people who like try to pick up Palp, you get a nice little bit of bluff potential, where people think, oh, you're a light side, you're not going to do the X thing or Y thing, And just like, yes, I will. Boop.
He's bouncing his own clone, or exploiting it to bounce.
No, he's
Did you
bounce.
do it?
He's
Yeah.
he's
Yeah,
explaining the
exploiting.
clone bouncing C3PO. Yeah, yeah.
Checks out.
That does allow Yoda to do the thing though. So.
And now the clone's dead, so he can flip.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, being able to consistently get the flip on turn 2.
It's the murder patrol
I think it's
trip.
primarily exactly murder patrol.
Set out by the dictator. The murder patrol's here to get you.
No, great for consistently getting that flip, even if you get arena dodged. Yeah, a little tricky. The Patrol Fire being a bounce card and a primarily value-based strategy, because this sort of Palp deck wants the game to go long to grind out card advantage, that sort of thing, and giving your opponent cards back and bouncing them, and sacrificing your own units a little bit tricky, but. But the consistency of being able to start those chains of like, okay, now I can flip into the dark side, now I can flip back into the light side. Very useful.
We have Morgan Elsbeth hit.
Oh, this is spicy.
Spicy.
Okay. So another way to sacrifice heroic units.
Oh, that is nice. I like that idea. I was just looking at Inquisitor Blue this morning because it got kind of a first for it.
Did he stacked? Oh, he was. Oh, he was just taking a shot. Dark. I think he. Yeah, he Yoda ability something on the bottom. Oof. But yeah, I wonder how many cards Numberguy has in his hand, because like that shows, especially with like the red version, is like you are typically have to be a lot more controlled with like your villain cards, because it's very hero heavy, and then it has like a few villain pieces to kind of get those flips. So it'd be interesting to see how he ratio the deck, if it's like a very villain heavy deck and he's confident just throwing out villain cards, or hero heavy, and then it has like a few villain pieces. If he's more heroic focused, so we can get that sacrifice engine started.
Wait. Don't kill me, Jeff. He says, "You're my only hope. Restored Arc, 170. Oh no, there's another." Like Jeffy did commentary with me the other day.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
So the Avenger got entrenched, huh? Hate it when that happens. She gonna sacrifice the Avenger? That doesn't look like it.
No, I don't think so. I think it still represents enough of a like annoyance. Like it stops redemption.
The Restored Arc's a liability right now.
Yeah. I mean, if he attacks into it, he's just going to sacrifice the Restored Arc. It's going to cost him an action, so definitely not ideal, though. And we already know he Yoda ability discarded when Luke, so it's a little tricky. We do know Palp has been drawing a bunch of cards, and we milled 12 already. So I can't really see how thick the deck is, but this is resource turn 8.
Right. It's like
So
deck,
they've got
is your life when you're playing mill.
Yeah, he's gone through about 40 cards, if by my estimation, in between the drawing and the milling and the natural card draw.
Force throw is good.
What's he have? Maybe can we see the hand? See how many cards he has? He's thinking.
I think he got rid of a Power of the Dark Side. So kills the clone. Yeah. And damage on base. Restore
Mm-hmm.
Dark 170. He gets a heal too.
Yeah. Yeah, just my intuition is like probably Poem's hand's a little bit small because we threw out like multiple units last turn, multiple units this turn, and Palpatine's hand he just got discarded, but he's been playing a lot of larger threats, keeping cards in hand. So um, you can kind of see this is like that basic value. I'm getting more out of my cards and drawing more cards kind of game plan.
Yeah, and he doesn't have any hero units to kill right now, so flip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very very interesting puzzle for sure with Palpatine. Of course, yeah, this Elspeth, perfect target to oh Cad
Cad
Bane doing
Bane
some more work. That's a good card.
with the aspect penalty. It's gonna capture 2 things.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
So
they're back.
yep, captures stuff, brings it back. Everything's exhausted, and that's what cool thing about Cad is that the whole when defeated effects ignores them. So like Ruthless Raider, Yoda, K2SO. There's a lot of late game scenarios in control decks where your aggro opponent's just like, all right, K2SO, you're dead either way. Cad Bane's one of the cleanest answers to that. So very very happy to have him in the toolbox. Very cool card.
Now here, Morgan Elsbeth being kind of hard to kill is important.
And Long Pike. I mean, pretty much all of the damage on the base has been Long Pike and Morgan Elsbeth just being hard to kill for a
Just
control deck.
smacking them.
Like that is the story of this game. I think Long Pike came in for 16 like I think at least 4 attacks. And Elsbeth this is the 3rd turn.
They're in the removal dead hole with more than 5 health and less than 5 attack.
Yep. That's the story of this game for sure.
Zovi, help me, Obi-Wan. Maybe he's got your only hope. He can do it blind.
Oh no. No more of that. No more of that. Yoda's too consistent to be doing blind your only hopes.
It'll be endless legions.
I mean, he has been in that life threshold this whole time. So like it's not even that crazy, you know?
Let's go.
It's really not. Like I've been consistently shocked by how as consistent Yoda is overall, but the ability to pull that off because it's a completely different game when you know your opponent's running those kinds of combos. Against
Hijinks.
Yoda, you have to be aware.
Shenanigans. Tom Foolery.
And tons of fun.
For everyone.
Because there's some decks that just can't, this deck, for example, it can't deal 6 burst damage. So there will be a window of time when you fall below that 5 hip HP threshold, then you pop off.
Yeah, and if Philip can't do anything, he can heal a little bit this turn with Yoda.
Yeah, no, the goal here is find the last vigilance, mill the last, cards in the library. Oh, he's counting.
Oh, pressure's on.
I can't. Yeah, I'm guessing around.
Hope he writes us a
8
note
or
as
so.
to how many it was.
Oh, that'd be nice. Yeah,
Put a dice on it.
Yeah, because we got R2 activations. We got Chancellor Palpatine Palpatine flips. We got 12 cards in vigilance. It's gonna be a thin deck. You know, it's hard to see.
Star Killer says takes a lot of skill and knowledge to play Palp. Yep, sure does. Gotta be thinking ahead. 4 steps ahead.
I think for sure. I think fatigue decks in general just present a different style of play. It's about knowing like the general cadence of the game. You know, I think, for example,
Obi-Wan.
I think Poem throwing those vigilances out super early. I think that's typically not like you'd rather develop stats like fight for the board early and then mill late. Just in general when you're trying to fatigue people, because as I said earlier, mill doesn't matter until they're out of a deck. You spent a bunch of resources to do not a whole heck of a lot.
Takes a lot of mental brain power to run Yoda, too. Lots of options.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, when you're putting cards on top of the deck, on bottom of the deck, you know, because like there's the fact of like, oh, if you don't want this card, you just put in your resource row. But Yoda gives you that third option of like, well, maybe you don't want to put in your resource row. Maybe it just goes to the bottom of your deck, and you think about it later.
Put something on top. He plays another heal. No shenanigans.
Not a year my only hope. Dang.
No shenanigans.
If that was Invasion of Christophsis, though, ooh, buddy,
I like that.
this game would flip. This game would flip real fast. I don't know. You can't see the deck list, so I'm not sure how far in they went.
He could exploit 3 right now, so it's only 9. He could probably play it right now.
Well, it's off year. My only hope it's free, right?
Yeah. Or he could just exploit 3 to do it. Kill Obi, Yoda. Everybody dies.
Oh yeah, true.
Everybody dies. It's the
Everybody
Super Laser
dies.
Blast by another name.
Yep. So a lot of restraint there. Two Obi-Wan staring at each other.
Who wants to die first? Both of them.
Mm-hmm. It's an interesting little dance they have.
It's the dance of Obis instead of the dance of dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Obi Targaryen. So R2 is going to attack it slowly.
Dramatic. A very dramatic attack. Okay.
Right. Very emphatic. He had all the zappers zapping. Probably the rockets going.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. The oil slick.
I wish I could do the sound.
Obi-Wan never stood a chance. No, not good.
Just remember, they do have a soundboard.
Oh no, that's just you just die in the next action. No, don't do it. I mean, yes, he didn't have another answer. Yeah, that just kills him this action. Now I do love that synergy there with the force units, having the villainous force unit. Very clever.
Yes.
Twisted by the dark side, young Skywalker has become.
I'll put the soundboard away.
I mean, it looks like Holmes at 25 damage on base. And now they're just talking. Yeah, because like that was just a throw. Oof. Okay. Hard to know what's in his hand, but again, yeah, that was such a great showcase of the power of the Force 6 stat line. That's what that game was.
Right.
Like I don't think fundamentally Yoda did anything terribly wrong there. I think he was going for the fatigue plan. He was not that far from executing it, but he couldn't deal with the 4/6s and the 3/6s, and that showed.
They're hitting the sideboards. Yeah, I mean, because neither deck can know for sure what it is. There's like a Palp Red, like Chancellor Palp Red too. That's interesting.
Yeah, there's a. Yeah, it's an aggro version. You play all the red white good stuff.
Right.
You have some of the good black finishers
all
like
the good ships. You get Falcons and 7th Fleet Defenders.
Stealthy Defender, Ruthless Raider. Yep. And like over 2 turns, if you're flipping Palp, Sabine takes, deals damage to each of you. But like imagine Sabine also healed you. It's the same math, right? If your Sabine ability was like deal 1 damage, heal 1 damage, that's what Palp gives you. You're just giving up that 3 burst damage on the 4 resource turn, and that snowballing into further advantage, which is a big cost. But
We are here doing round 5 of the Set 3 show match series. It's Loopy at Late Night Gaming, commentating with George the Hulk from Bothan Network over the matchup between Pome and Numberguy. Chancellor Palpatine took game 1 in thorough fashion, I think.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get some more other large units out of the Yoda deck. More typically, if players are going for a fatigue strategy, that's their main deck, because the matchups where that's the most relevant. Depending on your style of fatigue, you might not get 2 or 3 games in. You probably won't. If you're playing fatigue, you're usually taking the gamble that you're not going to drop a game. Which, depending on the meta, is unreasonable.
Yeah, if you remember, I don't remember if you played Destiny or not, but Yoda was a mill deck there. Yoda late.
Oh yeah, I did not. I was part of a board game club doing lots of board game things at the time, and I saw the dice and I was like, no.
Oh,
No
come
dice
on.
for
You
me.
got to roll big dice with Vader. Vader attacked
Oh
with
my
4
God.
with his sword.
You got
It's
big
great.
dice? Okay, all right. I mean,
Big
I
chunky
screwed it up,
dice.
but I
Gotta whip
didn't
some
realize they were
bones.
big dice.
They're very colorful.
Okay. Yeah,
You're
it
always
was-
trying to like roll big numbers. But then there's like ramp with like resource dice. Bonus resource
Okay.
dice. Like Watto was a ramp character. He just made resources.
Cool. Make that money.
Yeah, the Watto went with the Snoke. And Snoke would hurt people to make their dice numbers higher. It was great.
No. And now you just clone Snoke to give your opponent a -4 board. Your opponent's board -4, -4.
That's right. Clone's playing in like the Luke Green decks I'm seeing. The card.
Oh really? Oh cool.
Yeah.
I figured that as far as like the place for that card, it would be like with those heavy exploit cards, but it'll be fun to see what people cook with that.
Okay, so
We
we
all
got
stand
keels on both sides. I have spoken
Mhm.
all over the place. Everybody has spoken.
So much spoken.
So much spoken. Philip running the Numberguy, running the flex with the PQ champion Matt on his side.
Oh nice.
Pome with the always stylish late night Matt. Choice champions. Go to hyperspace.
Beautiful.
All right, so
So it's a tricky part of Palp to see how he tries to kill off this Queel. Or if he does.
yeah,
Because like last game
suicidal
he was
wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Help Red can run heroic sacrifice.
True. So throwing down the Yoda first.
Yoda's
First action.
power of the dark side me now.
That he can't power dark side with he can't pay that aspect penalty.
Not yet. Needs to
Okay, so
flip.
he's setting up the Queel's death. Okay. Change of
doesn't
heart
miss.
post sideboard. Okay.
Oh no! And he missed.
So he did miss. But that's an interesting little bit of insight that you put in change of heart.
Pome gets redemption, I think.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, so you change a heart Luke, you change a heart Redemption. Those are the kind of like top end threats you're expecting. Maybe a Zillow Beast. Uh, but the more interesting part, I think, is that you can change a heart, but your opponent gets it back unless you exploit it. Um, so it makes me wonder if he's like on one Geonosis or if he's on like, or if he's on any other exploit cards. Would be my question. Um, because like yeah, if you change a heart to Luke and he doesn't have anything big enough to trade it into, then you just get it right back. You haven't really accomplished much.
Shout out
Obviously.
to Rando Mando. Speaking of change of heart, Rando Mando's playing the SCG con on his yellow Palpatine. It's like the best change
Oh
of
yeah,
heart
yeah.
deck.
Oh yeah, 'cause you just always sack it for one.
Steal your Gruul Palp. He'll steal you.
Mm-hmm.
He'll steal your Luke. He'll steal your Vendo.
Oof, another miss on Palpatine and Geonosis gone.
Hit the murder
So
patrol.
yeah, then with the synergy piece, but like it's also interesting for if the Yoda players seeing all this going like, sweet, know yourself. It's interesting. That's an extra 2 cards you have to go through.
Right. You can Morgan Elsbeth
our first
change
flip.
of heart unit. See? Look at that. The big brain plays.
Oh nope. Okay, that works. That's cool.
There you
That's
go,
cool.
Mark Chatra.
Yep.
Think
There
with
it
your
is.
head.
That's the real synergy right there. Yeah. Because like I was thinking like malevolence is like the one I most often associate.
That's the
with,
kind of
like,
combo George likes. There'll be a deck for that
I do like.
tomorrow.
Oh, 100%. Guarantee. I'm cooking. Opening Sweet DB right now. Sorry, guys.
Call that deck the
Gotta-
Mark Chatra. You just got Mark Chatra.
All right, what's the reveal? Takedown,
Takedown,
Yoda,
Yoda,
Fell, and
Fell.
Kiadi-Moody.
Kiadi-Moody, was sent to his death by Palpatine.
Out aspect force throw. Let's go.
There you go.
Oh, he's force throwing himself to kill a Childson. Childson is so
Childson is
good.
super dead, not even a little alive.
He is so dead.
He got demoted to private. He's Ensign Childson now.
I'm sorry. Is this? No, whatever. It doesn't. I was like, this is double blue Yoda. He taps one resource, but it didn't matter. He was ending his turn.
Thematically puts Yoda in the swamp. The only correct choice.
I'm proud. I'm so proud.
Yeah, all your blue decks are in the swamp. Are you moving any to Christophersis? That's a cool looking base.
No, it's swamp life for me.
Nothing but swamps.
Yep. I got one. My team got me the like the 3D cutout base
Swamp.
where it's like multiple base. Yeah, it's a swamp. Yeah.
So you're telling me you got a custom swamp? The George special.
Yes, I do. Yes, I actually have 2 custom swamps. Actually, I also have an altered swamp. I just like that one very much.
Next time I see you, I'm gonna have you sign one of my Dagobah swamps to go with decks. It's the George the Hulk actual swamp.
Absolutely, I'd be proud to. The not Kiadi-Moody. See, my problem with Kiadi-Moody is not the fact that he's like a bad card. It's just like as a Hondo player, like I'm just like I could play a 5 resource 5/7.
I want to smuggle some.
Or I can play like Lompike and have a 5/7 out of smuggle. That does more stuff. We're just spoiled.
My Hondo deck is on a swamp.
Excellent.
My daughter actually played it today.
Yeah, he said that. So yep, Fell the Dragon. Meaning he top decked that Fell the Dragon because he would have used the Fell on the Charlton. So interesting.
Jeff, wait, don't kill me. He says I've been unimpressed with Kiadi-Moody.
Yeah, I think like the whole pipe dream of like you have 3 units out and then your opponent plays a card and then you play Kiadi Mundi to like stop them from playing, to dissuade them from playing their second card. I don't think that's real. But like he has important tags. He has the Forest, Jedi, and Republic tags. These all have synergies that are relevant.
Doesn't have horrible stats.
Yeah, it's fine. Thinking a lot. Intense turn here. It's not the flip turn, is it? Nope. 6 resources.
It's always
That's
Palpatine's
one of the
flip turn.
true.
Gets a Lompike, our boy, but from hand.
Play him out of hand. Yeah, he is not. He's not a smuggling. Because like one
Not
of
a
the things I liked
smuggling.
in
You know,
one of the things I really liked in this Palp style was like Bazine being like a consistent way to flip your Palpatine
oh
and
yeah.
a resource.
It's a Tom Fall flip.
I love this line. I wonder if it's a Lothal. This is because like because one of the yeah, if you're villain side and you flip into the hero side, uh, you've already played a card, and Lothal gives you an extra heroic body to sacrifice. Because of this exact situation, his clone trooper died. Now he needs another heroic body. It
Like Spark.
is Spark.
Oh no,
Okay, still good.
he's gonna take my only hope. Or vigilance.
The
He's gonna
dreams.
probably get vigilance. Oh, that sucks losing your vigilance.
Yeah, I
Oh
mean,
no, he
there's a
gets
lot
first
of
throw. He gets first throw.
yeah, because yeah, he's
Respecting.
yeah, he wants to keep yeah he wants the milk value from Lompike because he can give that Yoda shields and not care about it. I my general problem with that is like this is the Yoda flip turn, so like I don't think protecting. Yeah, the force throw seems a little.
I think I would have taken vigilance.
I think vigilance is as far as like the macro of this matchup, right? Like the only I think the only way Palp loses this is through mill, um, and vigilance is a huge part of that. So that would be my gut reaction. But also, we don't know the texture of Palp's hand, so he could be more confident that if he just kills his opponent's units and ride that to victory. Oh no, the classic explaining what Lompike does because no one believes it. Non-blue players are like, "What?
How's it that
Does it
good?
do all that?" And you're like, "Yes, yes, it does all that."
Oh, you can put it on that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
kill it with vigilance. Get wrecked.
My favorite is when you put the shield on a sentinel unit. So you attack with your Lompike, give your sentinel a shield, and then give some dirty unit a shield. You're like, I just made my own village protectors. Let's go. So, yep, Lompike knows takes no damage back. Yep, we're going face. Probably trying to set up a. Oh, it's actually super heads up because by putting the shield on the Yoda, it's gonna be hard to get a unit dead for
Right.
the Yoda flip. So obviously, this is a matchup, but there's a million removals. So, and even at this point, you can do something similar, like simple, like attack with Yoda into R2, and then use vigilance. If he wants to set up that Yoda flip properly, we'll see.
Mark Shatra again says Ki Adamuni is a resource party breaker in mid-range mirrors.
Resource party breaker?
Resource party breaker.
Okay.
Parody. Resource parody breaker. There you go.
Parody, okay.
I want to go to the resource party. It's like double green Palpatine. You go to the resource party.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't I ramp for my 8th time?
That's what you did wrong, obviously. All right, coordinates online, chat. Let's go. Yoda can only play one. I guess 2 more cards this turn. Was that a blind? You're my only hope again?
Yep, into a perilous position.
All right.
Poem just the ever gambler.
You know,
It's like a restored.
good
at least
for the
it's not
camera,
a
I
restored at
guess.
170.
yeah.
Could have been that again. And then
So now he's actually in trouble because now he can't really play a second card without giving 2 cards up. And like, despite it being a mill-focused match or fatigue-focused matchup, yeah, now he's gonna draw 2. Actually, how does that trigger work? If the card kills the turns off coordinate? Interesting.
I don't think he can't kill anything. This thing's got
The perilous position is is the
Ki.
perilous on Kiadi Muni? Okay.
Yeah. Maybe needed to
Also,
play an R2.
also, he's gambling again? Oh, he's not even gonna flip Yoda. Oh goodness. Okay. I'm getting flesh and blood vibes again. We put the shield on. Obi-Wan. There's a class called Brute that has gambling in its DNA. Super fun. It's one of my favorite classes actually, but it's interesting to see this play style.
Yoda the Brute.
Yoda the Brute.
Yoda the Brute. Jeff says, I mean, he's also a party breaker. He is a party breaker. Look at Key break the resource party right here. Poma had a resource party, and now it's broken. Both players thinking they're through their resources.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, you have all kinds of options if you go.
Yeah, like I think one of the more fun things I ever discussed was like, as far as gambling, was a Duncan Cocky. That's what it was with yellow Yoda. You can put a 7 cost on top of your deck.
Casino
and
hand?
just
It's got the best art.
Casino Yoda.
Casino Yoda.
Mm-hmm.
Not much of a casino. You know, Yoda is the house.
Sure. Let me just know how much I can gamble. All right, we're going face.
Attack Yoga. This is aggro Yoda. He's going.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Yoda skipped resourcing. Okay. Spark. Ooh.
It's a Luke. Perilous position and Keel. Take Luke, right?
I mean, 9 times out of 10, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because not only does it represent, obviously, playing the Luke, which is strong and great in racing, but also it's also a possible Yoda option.
Jeff wants him to you're my only hope into an Avenger.
Now we're gaming.
Now we're gaming. That's hardcore right there. Okay, R2 will attack emphatically. That R2 attacks like a fireball, I'll tell you what.
No fear.
No fear.
But now a unit has died. So now it's yeah. Now we're clear to Yoda. So
meanwhile, Palpatine's taking 16 damage.
Mm-hmm. Boom is definitely transitioned. He's not. I mean, he lost the vigilance to a discard, right? No,
No,
he
he
lost the
didn't take
force
that.
throw. He kept
lost
it.
the force throw.
So he resourced. So he resourced the vigilance is what happened. So he is completely pivoted off of fatiguing this game.
Meanwhile, Key Adamundi not being hero, prevents the kip. Hopefully.
Well, the R2D2 died, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I see.
There's another Luke. All right, we're a gambling man. All right, so he's gonna respect the forearm. That thing dealt 16, 20 damage last time. Not this game. Going to the discard. Then here comes
Rivals fall.
Rebels Fall.
It's
Yeah, when you don't
very
have
perilous. It is extremely perilous for Key Adamundi.
It is a 1-3 now. Let's go. Love it.
Yeah, Key Adamundi has Bazine stats. Can put him on a 30-turn timer. If you could get around Obi. Throws down the keel. I've spoken. He spoke emphatically.
Well, he needs that card draw. Like he had to skip resourcing this last turn. Now he just played the last card in his hand after that discard. So, yeah, the combination of targeted discard with like Bazine, Spark Rebellion, all the card draw if Palp gets access to, Smuggle. Yeah, it is. I do very much like the Vigilance version of Darth Sidious. Of course, we'll see. You're one super laser blast away from. Oh no, is that it? Avengers. Yep. There it is. Okay. I'm trying to. It's like got to resolve Avenger first. It's important. Yeah. Yeah, that's one cool. Another really cool thing about the design of Long Pike is the shield. Basically, doesn't matter for vigilance decks. Did he draw? Anyway,
Oh yeah.
you have so many options of defeating a unit,
Yep.
Regardless of if they have a shield or not.
I think I put like 4 shields on a 7th Fleet Defender before I killed it once. He already had a shield. Might as well have another one.
Yep, I have another one. Doesn't matter. Love it.
All right. Palpatine flips. Base damage final.
Yep.
Poem's got the sweet late night gaming number dial. Super visible.
So it's interesting that he would give up the clone unit like that, because that clone is his ticket to flipping next turn. So there's a fun mind game that could have happened if like passing and seeing if the wheel attacks, etc. But opts to just 2/2 out there, send it out there as bait, classic Palpatine style. Nope, Poem's not taking the bait. He's going.
Egg roll
He knows.
Yoda.
He knows the plays.
The Village People YMCA hits the crowd.
Value. I think he's up to a 4-card hand at this point.
He loves to go with the YMCA.
There we go. That's what we love to see.
Did he give Key the cards? Because it's just coordinated on, right?
I think he's drawing right now. Looks like.
Yep.
What a bizarre way for a fatigue. Like, if he was still on the he drew 2 from Key.
It's the Key move. He's milling him with Key.
Yeah, there it is.
The Mundi mill.
I mean, we're at the resources where that can kind of become like a consideration, but
Mundi mill.
crazy. Yep, you saw it here on the show match. Kiyoda doing the thing.
He did the thing. Achievement unlocked. It's not easy to get him to do the thing.
It is not.
Sometimes he threatens to do the thing.
Sick. Got a nice village protector. Obviously, Avenger's looking real scary, but we'll see how the sequence plays out. Yeah, we still have a clone trooper out to make that flip nice and easy. Draw an extra card, gain some life. Because it's interesting that, like, so one super unintuitive thing about what Palp is, it's clear by Poem's actions he's made the decision that he's just going to go base and try and finish it before Avenger can take over. But in this exact situation, the Queel went face instead of killing the clone trooper. Well, now that clone trooper is going to allow him to heal back the 2 health he dealt with Queel and draw him a card.
Right.
So it is just better to obviously besides some weird cards, but killing the clone trooper there is actually a very similar amount of math of just dealing damage to base. Let's see, Childson revealing Snoke, takedown. Looks like a fell. What else? So, yep, it's got the removal for the little stuff, removal for the big stuff. Let's see if Poem has the answer for Avenger.
Maybe.
I mean, he did just draw a bunch of cards with Queel, so or Queel and then Yoda drew him 2 extra cards.
There's Queels everywhere this game.
It's a good card.
So much
Very
spoken.
good card.
So much spoken.
So he ran into the Childson, drew an extra card. Yeah, the unit-based value engine, a card draw engine of Blue Hero is definitely on display right now. Lots of options, lots of ways to refill your hand. Yeah, let's pick your poison situation. If you didn't give a +2/+2, it died to takedown. If you did, that's the fell. I do think depending on the texture of his hand, though, there is an opportunity to like just make fell a dead card.
The 1/3 Kiyoda has lived a while.
It has.
It lived long enough to be relevant.
Right now, Poems knows where his target is. He's going for the base. That's his goal. He just had to do a little pit stop to take care of Childson, which.
Oh no, the Avenger's not entrenched.
Nope.
Takes a swing.
Yeah, did not answer the Avenger. Has to sacrifice the Queel.
And there will be no more speaking. It's gotten quiet in the Hall of Speaking.
It's getting quiet real fast. Yeah, that was a massive turn. Lots of casualties. Childson putting in
Oh,
work.
the humanity. Somebody should play Christophersis. I don't care who. Both of them. Answer Christophersis with or Christophersis. Oh, the 1/3. It's going to hit.
Destroy everything.
Bazinga. A redemption. That's pretty good.
Okay.
It's the Sentinel, too.
It taps out. Yeah, he doesn't have any lightning rods. So Avenger. Some Avenger's just going to kill it. But
Needs an out of aspect Kara Master.
yeah, that red, white, blue hero force package shell. Very cool.
Yes. I saw a Ahsoka deck like that now. Be Anakin. Still can be Han. Still can be Rey.
Yeah, it could be Hantu Blue. It could be
Can be
Yoda. It could be
Why not be
Anakin's crazy.
Why not Churret?
Why not?
It's his time. It's Churret time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's double blue Churret time. Run some
This
protector.
double blue got the 1/8 Sentinel, Equalize,
Satine.
and Finn. Sure. Satine, yeah.
Sure, Mill. Let's go. Obi Mill, maybe.
Maybe.
With his girlfriend Satine. I can't stop pulling Satines. We've pulled like 5.
The universe is telling you.
Right. It's time to mill.
Mm-hmm.
My vigilances are in high demand.
There's the fell. He found
Oh.
one. All right. Down goes Avenger.
Avenger falls.
Star Destroyer down.
Into
Very nice.
another Star Destroyer.
Mm-hmm. Oh, not this turn. All the
Not
resources
this
have been used. We get some Yoda filtering. Very nice. And he's sort of like late game. You have lots of resources. You're just trying to line up the sequences well. Or in this case, trying to find the right answers, like trying to deal with Snoke.
Usually Luke's a decent answer.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff says, the Avenger is a dragon. Yeah, that's a dad joke I've made. My reinforcement walker is not a dragon. Can't you learn to tell the difference between a dragon and a walker? And then you make the joke when it is a crate dragon.
Oh yeah. Blue player humor. Learned that in the swamp.
Damn it, Jim! I'm a doctor, not a dragon.
A little more milling action with Kanan. Whenever he
Milling like
attacks,
a
takes
villain.
top card of your opponent's deck.
Milling like a specter. Oh, Obi blocks the way.
Again, that 4/6 stat line showing up.
He needs the forces with me right now. That'd be pretty good.
Super good in these control matchups. Of course, with Snoke on the board, Kanan doesn't even scratch and 2 damage. Yeah.
Needs to wing leader him, then do the forces with me.
Mm. Moment of truth. And that's one of the subtle powers of Palpatine. Is like he has this incredible card draw engine where it's he's been playing multiple stuff each turn, and he's still at 12. He needs 12 resources. Hasn't missed a resource drop. All right, Poem's ready to pounce.
All right, and I just
Kill and discard.
Poem just sent me his deck list too, which is cool.
Oh, perfect.
Add that to the thing for after. We'll have at least that one. Oh,
All right, here's
he has both deck lists.
nice.
Nice. And both decks don't have a name, except for the default crazy name.
Yep, hit a Cad Bane. It's a good units. My vigilance.
Thanks, guys,
Yep.
for sending me the
The downside of downside of all the card draw, going through your deck faster, more vulnerable to fatigue. Disrespecting Kanan.
Weakened Kanan. He's mini cannon. Because Obi would kill him, right?
Yeah. No, it would just run into Obi and die. So
Doesn't sound fun.
not at all.
I get sad every time he dies.
Little cinematic moment there.
I mean, how can you not? What kind of monster would you be if you don't get sad when Kanan dies?
Okay, that's all right, chat. Avenger in the Yoda deck. Let's go.
Why not?
I can't wait to see the deck list after this. Now, let's go. What other fun surprises we have waiting for us? I love it.
How many copies of Endless Legions are there?
Very nice. A lot of aspect Avenger. Of course, get the experience of Snoke, so it's a very scary Snoke, and now he's got a little card draw to give him plenty of bodies to protect him from Avenger. So that's why the 1-2 punch of Super Laser Blast into Avenger was so potent.
Right.
Back in set 1, because you get rid of all the random trash, and then they play their unit, and then you're like, cool, kill it.
Now you can die.
Mm-hmm.
You are the weakest link.
Those perilous positions being like, there you go. Ghosts from the past.
Ghost to Christmas future.
Mm-hmm. No, coming in for 8.
Ouch.
Doing lots of work.
Super Snoke. He's got the Super Snoker on his side.
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't need a Super Snoker?
As an 8/8? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say that's a Super Snooker.
Force of Nature Snoke. Oh, the Avenger hits the Avenger.
Avenger.
Oh, the sadness.
Not only was that an Avenger to Avenger, but that was also with a takedown.
That is,
on 13
that's just
resources.
super sad. Why do you get Avenger the Avenger?
That's a classic. And then you Devastator the Avenger, and then they Relentless, and then you Avenger they're Relentless, and yeah, it's villain fun times. When you get
super
to
villain fun time.
yeah. When you get to 13 resources, you get to do all the shenanigans. It's great.
Super villain fun time. The Suicide Squad.
Another Avenger.
Yet another. Why don't you Avenger the Avenger the Avenger? We got trip Avengers happening here. Everybody's getting Avengered, oh the humanity.
See, it's like that turn cycle perfectly displayed. The advantage of Palp, because like he had the card advantage and all the everything else working for him to where he could take down plus play Avenger in aspect.
Palpatine's got.
But Yoda had to spend his entire. Yeah, he's got a lot. But yeah, Yoda had to spend his entire resources just to play an Avenger. So looks like that's the scoop. GG's.
And the heroic.
Very fun, very spicy finish there. Love it.
Yep.
I wish I could see if it, how thick the deck was, but
all right. Well, let's with no further ado, let's get to the deck list. So first off, I think this is the standings because we have Bothan Network scoring 2 more to go from 4 to 6. Or excuse me, Maclunky to 4 to 6, and then Bothan is at 5.
Yeah.
Late night game.
Yeah,
I got to prevent.
Yeah, I got 2-0, and then
I got to prevent the shutout tomorrow.
Yep. So it's on you. It's on you, Luffy.
And if I 2-0 Phil, then Bothan doesn't tie. That'd be a travesty. All right, so here's the Yoda list.
So Avengers in the sideboard.
That came in. There's Zillow Beast in there.
Yeah, so Luke being a fantastic card. Yep, a lot of what you expect. The Force Throw, such a powerful card. Paying three for it though, it's a little bit of a tough pill to swallow. But
hey, that's what he took with Spark Rebellion. He took a Force Throw. Is the card.
Yeah.
Sparks, yeah.
Yeah, he did. It was so threatening. He didn't even have to play it. I think if you look at this deck with as much card draw as he has, with things like C3PO, Queel, Yoda, all this card draw, he's probably looking at that force throw as like, okay, play this, discard a card, kill whatever I want.
He's got Shuggy Mama in here.
Oh yeah,
Razor Crest. Razor Crest can get top target.
Love
I don't know if he's got top.
Love Suji with Paradox position. Very nice, because that Paradox position unit can just stay out there for a minute and give you Sentinel later on.
There you
So,
go.
very nice line there.
All right, this is Philip's list, which is Palpatine.
Okay, so he is not flip. Okay, this is very villain heavy. So, he's really hoping those clones put in work.
Right.
As far as staying alive, but yeah, lots of neutral, some neutral stuff to still be able to play stuff even if he doesn't flip.
I like the Morgan Elsbeth, sacrificing guys.
Oh, the change of hearts. Oh, he doesn't have a sideboard. Well, he's not here. There's no sideboard.
I don't need no.
So the change of heart was, who needs a sideboard? So yeah, one of change of heart with one of Morgan Elsbeth. Okay.
Right.
It's very fun. So.
All right, so that is round 5, the penultimate show match. We'll be back with my match against Phil tomorrow. Any final thoughts? Haven't seen the match, George?
Love Palp Blue. I think Yoda, there's a lot of room to explore. I think whether it's yellow, red, green, I've seen them all, love them all. So I look forward to see what the player base uses Yoda for.
Yeah. I saw Yoda yellow at locals today.
You can do even more resource cheating if you want to go that direction. You could do. I could talk all day about that, but yeah.
You play Grogu and Yoda in the same deck. Why not?
Why not?
All right. So that is our round 5 show match. We will be back in our live cast for tonight. So to recap, we had earlier today, Platform played George, and George managed to win 2-0. And then this match, Philip manages to take out Poem 2-0. So the decisive match, Bothan playing for a champions match or in a win if he 2-0s. So we'll see how it goes. All right. If you've watched all this time, you're right here. We're logging off.